Hi everyone, I'm Alex and I'm the hands behind Lovecraft Crochet. My plushies are for the anxious, depressed, autistic, and neurodivergent. Small enough to travel in a purse, backpack, diaper bag, or even your pocket. You can check out my Facebook page or TikTok to see what patterns are available and stay tuned for the new ones coming out. I also make hats, scarves, blankets, and dice bags for the tabletop gamer or dice goblin in your life. Feel free to order through the page, TikTok DMs, or via email at love.craft.crochet@gmail.com. Now, on to the segment.
Due to the graphic and disturbing nature of the crimes discussed, listener discretion is advised.
Hit the button, Kronk!
Wrong button! Ah!
Why do we even have that button?
That's
Hello!
so fetch.
Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. As we get closer to Halloween,
Oh, dude, you're not supposed to read that. You said you were going to change it.
I decided to piss you off.
Oh, my God. Why you got to do that?
Sam is bringing up an interesting story about a little town called Bethlehem. What? I'm teasing.
What the fuck, man?
I told you I was going to change the first sentence. I kept that as we get closer to Halloween, I decided to make it a Christmas story. Since this will come out in December.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
I haven't
3
finished.
days before December, as we get closer to Halloween. You know what this reminds me of? West Wing.
Okay, give me more.
When everyone's in the office talking about how the president, because he's doing his speech on the veranda.
Okay.
Except it has to be held inside because it rains. And so the very first line of it is, as I look over this beautiful open veranda.
Hello, Ezzy. Yeah, go ahead and grab one, buddy.
And he turns around and quite literally, no, he's the president. He's done this a billion times. He can change it on the fly. It's fine. And then the cold open ends with, as I look upon this open veranda.
Yep. I remember that. Yeah.
Okay, now that we're a minute and a half in.
Yeah, we'll fix it.
Sam is bringing up an interesting story about a little town that has so many mysterious deaths. Boy, do I feel like an asshole for making the opening lighthearted. I swear to God, I brought this up last episode when you made me go Australian.
Yep.
Some solved, some unsolved. Yeah, that's usually how. The person that brought this series of crimes in a small town 60 miles south. Jesus Christ! What is the sentence? The person that brought us the series of crimes in a small town 65 miles southwest from where we reside was AJ's common law wife, Casey. You know she doesn't like actually being called my wife, right?
Yeah, but at this point in time, you have 3 kids together.
We don't have 3 kids together. We happen to have 3 kids that we raised together that live with us.
You're not helping your case. Have you seen the was it Rotten Tomatoes where they go over the guy, hey, are you married? No. And it ends up being that she's like,
hold on, are you talking about what you're talking about is the joke about the guy going, yeah, that's my ex-girlfriend over there. Would you stop telling people that? Says his wife.
No, not that one. The joke is the punchline is that he's actually married, but has always thought of it the fact that they were just friends, that they kept rings together, they got matching rings.
Oh, you're talking about that shit. Okay.
Yeah, it was funny. Never mind. Moving on.
At some point, Sam will figure out a way to get her on an episode of Blinking 15 Minutes or one of Sam's crazy ideas. AJ probably just said no more new shows or either loudly or up close to the mic and quietly said it in a stressed, calm voice. in a stress calm voice?
Yeah, you get like
Oh, you mean when I do it like this?
where you're
and
really manic, yeah.
It's not necessarily manic. It is the podcaster quiet voice that means that only me and the listeners hear it. You don't hear it. That's the meta around how podcasting works.
Anyways.
She doesn't know you guys. Not like I do. No one does. They don't know what it was like for people like us growing up.
Oh my God.
Please note that I am currently hopped up on the pain meds. Sam doesn't want me to say why, but I'm going to. I fell off of a fucking roof.
You fell only 6, 7
No, I
eight-
fell
8
10 feet, twisted my shit on a ladder, hit the ground hard, and then the ladder hit me hard.
Sorry. It's how you retell it that makes it funny. You need to actually see his face. Anyways, please continue reading.
Anywho, Sam only had to hear the name and she knew she had to do it. The hell's the name? Village of the Damned. Oh, jeez. Could you write real things on the board? This would be more funny if we did videos. Whoa.
All right, so for all y'all that don't see this, which is all of y'all, AJ just whipped around to look at the whiteboard that he's the one that updates.
Because I ask you to and you don't. You are in this
Anyway.
room 18 hours a day.
And I know, I'm sorry, but I will fix you. Anyways, so he flips around, looks at the whiteboard, comes back, and reads that. Like everybody could see him just saying Sam fucked up and without giving a name. Anyways, go on.
Anywho, donate us to a buy me. Anywho, Sam only had to hear the name and she knew that we had to do it. Also, with it being less than 2 hours away, we could actually go to that town. Ezra would love this. Why, Sam, that's a great idea.
I know.
Yeah, I know, you wrote it.
Yeah, I'm a driver most of the time, so yeah.
Donate at our buymeacoffee.com. That is buymeacoffee.com/carryonproductions. This way we can fund these great side quests. Thank you, Lori and Notorious Escapades, Casey Ray, for being our first donors. Do I get to see any of that money?
Dude, it's still sitting in that account.
You both are amazing. Oh, that's Casey Ray from Notorious Escapades.
Yes.
Okay. The town is Dryden, New York.
Wow, what the hell was your
Shut the
mouth
fuck
doing
up.
there?
Shut the fuck up. I'm reading, and we're already 5 minutes into this fucking thing. The town is Dryden, New York. In late December of 1989, an entire family was struck down just days before Christmas. Dolores Harris and her 2 children, Shelby, aged 15, and Mark, 11, were at home finishing up the last few details of Christmas. Assumably, there was a knock on the door. Dolores answered the door. Somehow, the suspect talked his way into the home. Then Dolores and Mark were tied to chairs, pillowcases covering their head. They were shot in the head, execution style. Coming home, Warren Tony Harris,
His nickname was Tony.
was given the same treatment. They were doused in gasoline and set on fire. Shelby had signs of sexual assault and was found in another bedroom. The entire family was killed with a small caliber handgun. The family dog was also killed. Most likely to stop the bark. What the fuck am I reading? We don't cover this shit in this detailed. They were killed between 6:30 p.m. to 11:15 p.m. The next morning, a neighbor called about a fire at the Harris home. The family van was found in a parking lot away from the house. Michael King was believed to be the killer and was killed when he refused to follow orders by the state troopers. Evidence planted by a couple of the troopers would have King's mother, Shirley King, convicted for being an accessory to the murder. It took 22 months before the troopers confessed to the CIA. Yes, that CIA. Was there any other kind?
Yeah, somebody else uses the CIA.
Not when it
hacker.
comes to the law.
Yeah, that's true.
God, how high were you?
I was working on the Hemingway method.
Then go to Cuba and leave me alone.
You're so lucky I left that in the last episode.
That they would fabricate evidence if they truly believed the suspect was guilty. No other person is charged with these murders. On February 2nd, 1990, Eliza Bush was reportedly missing by her mother, Christine Lane. The story was given that Christine went into the house to grab a bag of trash, leaving her 23-month-old waiting outside.
I told you this one was fucked up.
No, you said the other one that Aunt Lou wanted was fucked up that you weren't going to do.
No.
You said that this one wasn't going to be fucked up because you don't want to deal with fucked up stuff.
Oh my god, I wish they could see you right now.
I am high. When she came back out, Eliza was gone. A single glove was found in the driveway. Search efforts were made in the cold February of 1990. They went to town with her searching, even using the best hearing devices that are used to hopefully find the child. God, your sentence structure is really bad. On February 15th, Lane would confess that she found her daughter dead in her crib the morning of February 2nd. She would hide her daughter in the woods near the area. On November 8th, 1990, she was convicted of manslaughter and sentenced 5 to 15 years.
Yeah.
And sentenced for 5 or from 5 to 15 years. Sam says not long enough. I agree. Sorry, we are 13 minutes into this.
Not arguing.
Tragedy struck again in the summer of 1993. Paul Jackson stabbed Dryden resident Scott Hume to death. Jackson killed Hume in his ex-girlfriend's apartment. I'm going to assume it had to deal with him being angry at his ex. Or the current boyfriend. On December 29th, 1994, 19-year-old J.P. Merchant, angry at his ex-girlfriend, broke into her family's home and shoots her father dead. Merchant had stalked a young woman previously until she killed herself about 8 years before he murdered Stephen Starr. After the rest of the family escapes his attempt to kill them, he drives to a cemetery and shoots himself. Although in Cortland County, the children attended Dryden High, where Stephen Starr was a football coach. What the fuck sentence was that?
Because they resided in a different county because their father was a coach. They went to Dryden High, the same school that his father.
Okay, what does that have to do with the murders?
Keep reading.
Let's leave in everything. Let's just fucking upload it. A few days before the attack, Starr had kicked Merchant out of the school and told him that he didn't want to see him again. His daughter and her friends were saved by a man protecting his family at any cost. Merchant fled to a cemetery and killed himself. You already said that part. Robert Bergman was shot and killed in September of 1996 by Edward Bailey, who was a co-worker at the car dealership where he worked. On September 10th, 1996, high school senior Scott Pace died in a car accident. His brother Billy had died in a car crash the previous year. Both were on their way home. Sam could not find anything beyond that they were both teenagers and had gone to the same high school. On October 4th, 1996, did you list everyone that died in this place?
Not everyone, just the ones that they're putting part of this conspiracy. Keep going.
Conspiracy?
Keep going.
Is Pennywise killing people?
I don't know.
Is this Derry, Maine? I don't know why my voice got so high.
All right, Mickey.
On October 4th, 1996, high school juniors Jennifer Bolduch? High school juniors Jennifer Bolduch and Sarah Hagney are kidnapped, murdered, and dismembered. Jennifer Bolduch and Sarah Hagney were inseparable friends and popular cheerleaders. So when they went missing, police and locals began a huge search and made an arrest. 31-year-old computer lathe operator. What the fuck's a lathe? Well, I know what a lathe is. Why would you need a lathe to make a computer?
It is a computer-operated lathe.
Then why didn't you say computer operator? A computer lathe to me would be someone who puts a fucking piece of hard plastic on a lathe and starts fucking whittling it into a computer. I'm high! 31-year-old computer lathe operator and neighbor to the Hagneys, John B. Andrews was the chief suspect. He had a record for aggravated assault and burglary and was dishonorably discharged from the Air Force after he assaulted the wife of another airman using a barbell. Holy shit. However, initially he was just held for kidnapping, but the girl's remains were soon found spread
They were dismembered
over the woods of Madison and Chenango counties. I know those counties.
Yeah. This is like 6 to 8 miles from us.
And you think it's 6 to 8 miles? It's going to take
60.
Oh, 60. That makes a lot more sense because I was like, you said it was 2 hours away. Sam, I know how you drive.
Yeah.
He dismembered the bodies. Picked the wrong part of that sentence to stop and make fun of you at. He killed himself before he was convicted of murder. He hung himself in his jail cell. We have 2 more deaths. On July 11, 1999, a drunk driving accident claimed the life of 19-year-old Katie Salvino, a classmate of Boldese and Hagney's. 3 months later, former classmate Mike Vault committed suicide. Holy shit! From almost Christmas 1989 to September of 1999, multiple members of the Dryden High classes were killed, whether it was by their own hand or not. Every one of these crimes was senseless. I do not think of it as the Village of the Damned. Why is that what you keep calling it that then?
Because if you look up Village of the Damned...
Oh, is this right before you asked me, hey, do you know the Village of the Damned?
Yeah.
And I yes, I've seen the remake, I've seen the original, I've even read the short story it's based on.
Well,
and then I'm assuming you went back and went, I don't think it's like that. I think they had a string of unknown circumstances, and it is tragic. Sam says we need to go leaf peeping next year based on the beautiful landscape and just a sleepy northeastern town. It is believed that a beautiful life inspiration came from Dryden. That's not true. Seneca Falls is where...
Seneca Falls is where it was also recorded.
Oh, really?
I believe so.
Seneca Falls is also where I lost my ID thanks to a bullshit.
Breathe. I know New York State really hates.
Anyways, that's the end.
That's the end of it.
So what conspiracy? You did not have a thesis for this. You just made me read horrible shit. Some of it isn't even fucking killing. Drunk driving? That's tragic. That's not murder. A brother dying a year after. Yes, maybe they did summon an ancient Indian spirit that made their entire class die. That's very fucking possible.
You're spraying again. Dude, seriously.
You're not making sense again.
I pull my sleeve down
the point is, what is your point for this? I'm sure if we looked into Rome, we would be able to look. Fuck, there were people shot when we were packing up fair 2 years ago. I'm sorry, last year.
That was last year, yeah.
Technically, it was like 14 months ago.
Whatever. Anyways, well, the point is, and I think the conspiracy comes down to just how many...
You can't just say, well, this collection of circumstances is weird.
In a 10-year time period.
Oh, no, don't you go... In a 10-year time period.
I did say in a 10-year time
period. Yes,
you
did.
In a 10-year time period, there were so many deaths.
How many people died? Hold on. Let's actually break this conspiracy right now. Sam, how many people died in your class?
My class? Class itself?
While you were in high school, how many people died? I can name 4. One that was actually in my grade.
I went to 3.
The point is there, Sam. Now, I can think of 4. You can think of 3. We'll make it 3-3 just because one of them might be the same.
Are you thinking Blaze?
No, that was after we graduated.
Blaze died in your...
Blaze died 2 years after I graduated, or 2008.
Yeah, it was 2000. I think it was 2008.
It was not. I was still in school 2008.
I was working at APAC when Blaze
Point is,
died. Anyways.
In that timeline, 6 people died.
Okay.
Okay, we'll say Blaze is. We'll make that a wash. So it's 6 to 7 people. Okay, that's a 3-year period.
Correct.
Okay, it's not a conspiracy that you look at any section of Spot for 10 years.
All right.
This isn't exactly Bardstown. Bardstown, every year, someone linked to the same family dies. That's fucking weird. That is a conspiracy. That is fucking bonkers. That is Google debunkers. But 10 years where it's not that they're all strange things that happen. Teenage drunk driving is very real. It was real in the 80s. It was real in the 90s. It was real in the 2000s. It was real into the 2010s. It might not be so real now. Apparently, this generation really learned from everyone and said, you know what? Drinking might be stupid. I'm going to go smoke some weed.
You're not wrong.
I feel really bad for the fact that there's still a DARE program. You want to talk about government wasted spending?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Nancy Reagan. I'm sorry, Nancy. But
I'm not throat goat Nancy Reagan.
Let's see. What is it? Drugs?
Apparently, I do have to apologize. Apparently, Nancy Reagan is no longer the throat goat of the Republican Party. Apparently, it's Donald Trump. Oh, you did? Sam, you need to read the new Epstein fucking email leak.
Hold on. Is it about Bubba?
He blew Bubba.
He blew Bubba.
There were pictures.
Oh my God, there's pictures? Oh my God, there's pictures.
Hold on. Epstein asked reporters if they wanted to see pictures, or whoever he was emailing. Not that we have the pictures. However, it would explain exclusively why Donald Trump went from, fuck it, yeah, we'll release the Epstein to, you guys got pictures? By the way, did you see the Venn diagram?
I sent it to Aunt Lou.
I've gotten 2 angry messages about that. Anywho,
you gotta tell me who it was.
Point is, I don't foresee this as I foresee this as unfortunate coincidence. I do not see a conspiracy. Now, if there were hypothetically, okay, there are some, murders in here. Now, if those were unsolved murders, I agree. Now, you can argue the Michael King thing. You want to, despite the fact that you did not put it in your inciting incident. I will be marking you down for that. This is like a 72 paper, Sam. You will pass, but I am disappointed.
Now you sound like a real teacher of mine.
Anyway, point is, I don't foresee, it's sort of I'm gonna, again, you'll probably delete this. I'm gonna, again, go with the Hillary Clinton kill list. She has been active as a politician for 50 fucking years. 40, maybe.
No.
Because
she was a lawyer for Watergate.
Was she?
Yeah.
So anyways, she's been involved in politics for 50 years. The Hillary Clinton kill list, whenever anyone shares it, is every time they always had 20 to 30 people because she shook hands with that person one time and he died mysteriously. By mysteriously, we mean he died of old age. But he died, so he's added to the kill list.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's like, there comes a point where you can't go, here's these weird here's these different murders, kidnappings, etc. And then let's talk about this drunk driver. And then let's talk about these 2 freak accidents. I bet it wasn't a freak accident. You want to know the most logical solution, or the logical way that those 2 brothers died a year apart?
You think the second one was suicide?
No!
Oh.
I think it was the school board going, nah, the roads are fucking fine. I live up on a hill. I swear to God, we've lost more students that away in the last decade, in the last 20 years.
Not wrong. So I could think of only the one.
But the point is I could sort of see it, but at the same time, because there's not superfluous. I never want to say death is superfluous. But because you are linking very stringent. It's sort of like what the hell's the I want to say it's in Maine or Massachusetts or Vermont. The something triangle. It's like this trifecta area of where people disappear a lot.
Okay.
It really isn't that big. It's sort of like the missing 411 thing. Some of the people who go missing, is weird. 99% of them aren't, but people will still add the weird one. We'll try and link them to the normal ones as if it lends credence to the weirder ones. When it doesn't. What it does is showcase the weirder one may not have been handled properly compared to the normal one. Does that make sense?
I think so.
I'm being very analytical here and I don't like it. So with all that said, please don't ever fucking bring me to this shit again. Let's do fun. Let's blow some people up. Let's blow up some Mormons. Oh, we already did that one.
Yeah, I did do that one already.
Let's find some other people to blow up.
We can always do the Brooklyn bombing.
I don't want to do bombing, Sam. Why
I'm
do you
sorry,
always
not
want to
the
blow things up?
No, it wasn't Brooklyn. It's the Bath bombings.
Point is, let's not blow people up. Okay, let's just do some non-child related, non-home invasion. Let's just have...
You want a clean-cut, nice, wholesome
I want
murder?
a wholesome... Give me a wholesome, Lonely Hearts killer. Give me a Green River killer. He was wholesome.
Anyways, what if I give you a normal, well-rounded, white-collar crime?
Okay. Give me the 1990s fucking Jackson tour that actually bankrupted everyone. Give me, what the fuck was his now? We already covered him. The guy who bought the football team, or the hockey team.
Yeah.
We already covered him.
We covered him.
Let's do a nice white-collar crime. We don't need to kill people all the time. What's it say on the board?
Nothing.
Oh, right, I actually took out the K-15, didn't I? K can stand for cuddly. K can stand for clean cut. I've seen your spelling, it can.
I don't usually use a K where a C is.
I'm AJ Carey.
I'm Sam Rossi.
Later,
y'all.
I don't know what the fuck you're doing with that episode.
Keep on carrying on.
C-A-R-E-Y. Because
Carry On Productions.